Fucking weed to the hospital, man. Fuck that. Tell Uncle Paulie to go pick up 10,000 from Dez and go take about like 20 G's from Gino. Tell that motherfucker to get this nigga next door up out of here. That nigga be snoring all night. I can't sleep. And call that big butt nurse with the long hair to come suck my dick.
Bad boy, come on.
The doctor said I need about 3 weeks of recovery. But the nurses is loving me, saying the best part of the day.
Last contest he had, he fought a tough reject, an Ultimate Fighter reject. Nobody gave a shit about it, and he got wobbled about 40 times. His chin is deteriorating. Every single contest he gets in, he hits one knee. He does a gust of wind and he does the chicken dance. You know what I mean? Coming up against me, that's not going to be good. You know, I'm going to crack him with a jab and he's going to wobble and I'm going to put him away early. It's going to be a first round KO. Mark my words.
Who knows? Because as you know, as you can tell by looking at this fine physique, that I'm a freak of nature. You know what I mean? I'm a specimen of human movement. So who the fuck knows?
By my career. I really appreciate it.
Nobody gives
Conor, you're the
a
man.
shit.
You are the man, bro.
18 fights. Honestly, I swear to God, I understand where you're coming from, man. If I was in the UFC for 18 fights, and I was in your situation, and I saw a motherfucker like me coming up, I'd hate me too. I understand where you were coming from, but at the end of the day, your mouth got you into big trouble here. I know you're afraid. You're too slow for me, Cole. I'm going to break you in the first exchange. Say it. Say what you know. You know they want you to lose. Say that to me right now.
I just said that.
Good
I already
girl.
said it.
Good girl. Good girl.
Conor, do you know what wrestling is?
I could rest my balls on your forehead.
Yeah, I know.
I look at him as a novice. He throws an overhand right. He looks at the floor, closes his eyes, and hopes for the best. This is day one beginner stuff where I come from. Chad's last gate was $545,607. That's less than my show money. It's absolutely embarrassing.
Let's make a bet here. If you fucking have the
How
balls
much?
to do anything.
With that $500,000. You're making bets with that $500,000 I gave you?
Notice.
48,000 you went from.
Shut up and let me
You went from 48,000 to $500,000. Thank me and be grateful. Be grateful. I butchered your face. I KO'd you. You were curled up like a bitch. You were curled up like a bitch. You were curled up like a bitch. I butchered your body. You couldn't even lift your hands up. You couldn't even lift your hands up. You can do that all you want, but at the end of the day, the knockout speaks for itself, and you hit the deck like a bitch. As you can see, it's tradition. I remove a head, I bring it backstage, I place it on Mr. Fertitta and Mr. White's desk. Here you go, boss. Another one done. And then we discuss big business. So we went and we discussed big business. And big business just happens to be in Viva Las Vegas. So we are going to go to Las Vegas and one more head will be collected.
You should have walked around with a car and said that. Big similar. There's a little snake in the grass right there.
What's up,
hey, little boy.
How we going?
Are you lost?
Definitely lost.
Ryan thinks Dwayne's a snake, though.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Different opinions, you know.
So you're with Wayne? You're with Dwayne?
Yeah, man, he's a good coach.
And what, he took you out of college? He took you out of college and you just ditch him?
No, I'm still there, dude.
No, you ain't still there.
All right.
You ain't still there. You pretend you're still there. You ain't still there. This took you out of college, gave you the way.
Hey, I recruited this guy out of high school.
Yeah, and he ditched you, so man up. Man up and recognize. Man up and recognize. Man up and recognize. That has the belt. That's your opportunity. He came in and took you and got out of there.
I'd rather fight you, to be honest.
Well, how are you gonna fight me? I'm fighting Jose. I'm fighting big. You're down here.
I fought Jose.
Yeah, and you got your ass whooped.
Have
your
you
whole
fought him?
team got your ass whooped by him. Chad got his ass whooped, and I whooped Chad last week. I think I might have buried Chad out here somewhere. I think I might have dumped Chad's body out here somewhere. And this looks familiar out here.
Proven this, the Ultimate Fighter has brought a ton of talent onto the scene. Guys like Florian and guys like TJ Dillashaw and on and on and on. So
TJ was KO'd on the show, though, right?
Is that TJ?
He was KO'd on the show, right?
No, I don't think so.
Was he not KO'd on the show? I thought he was
I don't believe so.
KO'd.
The
finale. The finale.
Another fight.
Come on, he is a twerp. I'd smoke him. You shouldn't be letting him in your because he's a snake in the grass. And I told you that to your face. You brought him into the tough thinking he was there to help you, and he was there to help him. He's a snake in the grass in your. You need to figure that out and stop being a Go and take him out and build some numbers and entice me. Because right now I'm giggling at his little ass numbers. What can he bring? He bring none. He barely makes 6 figures a fight. And rightfully so.
Would you take a fight against
I'd
Dillashaw?
fight anyone. I'd fight you, him, and him all at the same time.
He doesn't
the
want-
numbers are right. That fight. Are you serious? I'm going up against supposedly the pound for pound #1, and he's groveling at my feet, begging for mercy. So as far as I don't want a fight, come on. Jose's quaking in his boots, and he's supposedly top of the pound for pound list. I have my eyes on Jose killing the featherweight division and going up and destroying that lightweight division as well. Otario, Otario! Otario, Otario! You know what that means? Pussy. I am his daddy.
See a guy who has, his last gate was 1.7 million. He fought on free TV. He's never brought a dime to the company. He's never made a dime yet. He is sitting there on the front of my poster. I think that's a department that needs to be looked at. Somebody sleeping on the job. This is a super fight. Where are all these historic images? These are posters that will be looked back on long after it's all said and done, and then you've got to look back on that absolute garbage. So, you know, I feel someone sleeping on the job in that department, and I will have to dip my nose and find out who and eliminate them. Here, listen, cut out all this other stuff, and I'd go through the whole roster in 4 months. And I tell you that right now, I'll whoop every single one of them inside 4 months if you cut out all this other shit. Bring me in, weigh me in, and I'll fight the next night and wipe out the entire game inside 4 months.
Lucky charm.
See about that. First, you've got to get through a guy that whooped your ass already. So why would I waste my time with a guy? You're fighting a guy that whooped your ass next. So you got to come through that. And let me say, and then I'll consider. I'll check the numbers. I'll discuss it with Frank, and I'll decide whether I'll change your bum life as well. See stiffness when I look in that 155-pound division. Slow, stiff. I feel like they're stuck in the mud almost. The featherweights, they hit like flyweights. So it's nice down there just destroying them and killing that whole division. But I have my eye on that 155 division, and I see them all stuck in the mud in there. So
Conor,
we'll see over time. But guess what? Have I been wrong yet? Have I been wrong yet? No. I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a celebration.
I would beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby. So don't say you would not take that fight, because you would take that fight like everyone else up here would take the fight against me if it was offered, regardless of belts or any of that shit. I'm the money fight in the male shit at all weight divisions, so fuck everybody else up here. I can only imagine the state Rafael is in, coming back-to-back cuts, especially he blew up before the Cerrone fight. He was extremely overweight, and he had to cut down to make that 155-pound limit. And then the king calls and says, "You're up again, kid," and now he's got to do it all over again. So I mean, just looking at him, he's aged 25 years in the last 2 weeks. So I can only imagine how he's feeling, but I'm feeling damn good. And I believe I will dust Rafael inside 1 minute. He is a slower, sloppier version of Aldo. He's like a bum version of Aldo. So I believe in absolutely everything. I believe inside 1 minute I will dust him. I will exit the contest fresh. I will cash the check. I will sign the next contract for UFC 200, the brand new MGM, and we'll go again. 2015 was my year. 2016 is also my year. Every year is my fucking year. I am out on my own. I am in a league of my own. The game is on its knees. The game must hold seminars every weekend to pay for their training costs. And I'm out here rallying around California in a car that spits fire, dressed like El Chapo, with anacondas on my feet. So I am in a league of my own here, ahead of everyone in the game by a country mile. I am finding it hard to even engage with anyone in the game because they are not on my level. Not one single individual in this company is on my level. Always saying about the talk, and I talk, and I talk, and I talk, but guess fucking what? I back it up. I back it up.